Hello, and welcome back to part 3 of Vampire Therapist. I'm your mental health counselor, Renami Binks, and I'm here to listen. During our last session, we gained some very valuable insight, and that's that some patients need to be tamed like unruly horses. With gentleness, patience, and a big bag of apples, no client is beyond our help. So find a comfortable spot in the stable and saddle up, partner. We got some healing to do now, you hear? Yeah! I love this music. Such ambiance.
Ambiance.
Alright, let's continue our game. The last time we played, didn't we? Okay, here is where we have left off. It has been a minute since I have played, but I did, oh my gosh. Why am I losing my train of thought? It's been a minute since I have played this game, but I did review the footage for editing. So I think I'm pretty refreshed on things. I haven't looked at my journal in a while though. So I want to see if I have any new information in my journal. Okay, I think we have some new journal entries here that I have not read yet. Whoa, that was a lot of page flips. That was a lot. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Okay, we've already read this. Oh, here we have our clients in here now. So we can refer back to them if need be to refresh our memory. And I believe, let's see, I think that April 11th might have been the last one that I read. Yes, I remember this one. I think we're on April 12th. Yep. Yeah, that looks like new information. Let's go ahead and review the journal. Now, you guys, after listening to the accent on my previous recording here, I actually kind of like it. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. So I'm gonna channel my inner Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob, and I'm just gonna go for it. Like it or not, we're doing this. All right. April 12th, 2024. I learned some more therapy stuff today. Figured I've been doing a lot of this disqualifying the positive thing. I feel like I've got to be humble after the shit I pulled back when I was a bastard. But maybe that's just the shame talking. Andy says I'm ready to start seeing clients now that I've got my head wrapped around this whole cognitive distortion thing. Can't believe it's all happening so fast. Went for a nice walk exploring Leipzig. There's a music school here, and the kids are always performing stuff. I tried asking for Oh Susanna, but kids today don't appreciate good music. Dang kids with their CD-ROM music. The wax cylinder was fine. Dang kids. Do you know Oh Susanna? Oh Susanna, oh don't you cry for me. Okay. How many of these do we have? Are we that far behind? Let's see, we have 19, 26. Okay, we have three. April 19th, 2024. I met my first client tonight, and oh boy, he did not like me much. Yes, that was the British guy. Who loved to complain. It sounds as though he don't like anybody much, though, and I can't be too disappointed, poor fella. I ain't never seen anyone so high-strung. Well, maybe Pussifer Jones. Who? Who's that? Who are you talking about? 80 years later, and the memory of him still makes me laugh. That kitty even hated John. What? And I think all his animals loved him. She would kiss him even when eating her food. It was the darndest thing. I picked up that this Dr. Drain is a real should statement kind of fella, but I think I can help him out. If I can get him to take a nap, I think he'll be a lot less grumpy. Naps are important, people. Naps are very important. Make sure you get your rest, and make sure you get food too, because hangry is a thing as well. Don't be tired and cranky. April 26th, 2024, had a doozy of a client tonight by the name of Isabella d'Este. Holy hell, that is one strong lady. No kidding. Yes, she was the one who, the movie, we didn't call it Star Wars, we called it something else, but they were clearly talking about Star Wars, and it gave her an existential crisis. I was shaking in my boots half the time talking to her. I read up on her on Wikipedia and was glad I hadn't done that before our session. I would have been even more scared. I'm surprised we could even have a conversation. She was the Pope Leo X's sister-in-law. How the heck do you deal with family like that? I've had a nice week otherwise. Been exploring the graveyards here in Leipzig. They're real fancy here. Guess it ain't no surprise this place has so many goths. May 3rd, 2024. Just finished up with a new client. And this guy was a lot. That was the guy. He was a literal gaslighter. Like, that was his demon blood art, okay? But we thwarted him with our own demon blood art, which I will call Horse Whisperer. Okay. Fella nearly burned the saloon down with his gaslighting superpowers. He's an actor type, which I don't have a lot of experience with. I never really got into theater stuff, except for maybe vaudeville. Something about watching people tumbling and smacking each other with blunt objects just speaks to the soul. That must be why he likes the Three Stooges so much. Like, that's just his jam. Oh, and so I pissed off Crimson last night. Tried to do the whole therapy thing on her without her permission, and she was hopping mad. I gotta remind myself that just because I'm learning to become a therapist doesn't make me everyone's therapist. Ain't nothing more to read. This is true. You can't just be using your stuff on everybody. They're gonna know what you're doing. They're gonna get annoyed. All right, we're done with the journal. Let's get crack-a-lackin'.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid.
Who's our next client?
She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen, and sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality.
She's even older? She's even older? Oh, how old is she?
It took me far too long to do so.
Oh boy.
She's as old as you are?
She's gotta be older.
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was.
Okay, so she's not as old as Andromahos. Okay, you made it sound worse than it is. Oh.
Take a look at her intake form.
Well, she sure doesn't look old. But that doesn't mean anything in the vampire world. Client record. Name. What is this? Med? Is her name Med? I can't really read this little bit right here. Age. It just says 1804. Oh, her age, 1,804. Why did I think that was a year? That is her age. I am just not used to seeing ages. Ages that have as many numbers as years. Female. She's from the Bronze Age. Wow. That is old. Intake information. An elder vampire like myself. Oh, Medi. Her name's Medi. Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. Oh, she's probably lonely. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. Oh, I never even thought about the possibility of actual vampire streamers. That's interesting. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. Oh, Sam probably doesn't know anything about streaming. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly. Okay. I see what we got to deal with here.
She died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left a nicer looking corpse.
Alas,
Don't
death
say
does
that.
not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Oh, she doesn't get out much. I mean, is that true of a lot of streamers? It's a little bit true for me. I don't get out much.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
Let's give it our best.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
All right, let's do this. We got this, Sam. We got this.
Hello?
Oh, look at her eyes. She looks really cool. She looks really cool, you guys. I love this pink and green eyes and nails. Oh my gosh. She has a really cool look. I love it. Hello.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medb?
Medb? Was I saying it wrong too?
Mev is my real name. Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Medi if you like.
Medi's good. Let's go with that.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Medi. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
No, I'm more than that.
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
Strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
No, that is unprofessional. We cannot go there with our patients, madam. We cannot.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse.
Okay, she's friend zoning us, but that's fine because we have to maintain a professional
Or
relationship.
Dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about.
That's weird. Why would you say that? You're getting really awkward with this now.
You can keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
Oh no, let's not do that. Let's not.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and of course a wheel to run on.
She wants to keep me as a pet. Oh no, lady. Oh no. No. She's about to like lock us in the basement now.
You can be my whiskery little pet.
No. My thoughts exactly, Sam.
What is the matter, Samuel?
Oh boy, she's not taking me seriously. I think that's the problem. She's treating us like a child. Well, more like a pet.
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
No, she needs to treat us with a little more respect and dignity.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around. I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel.
Oh yes, we must practice setting our boundaries with her. True.
Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Let's do that.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know you can do it.
It is better to set your boundaries earlier than later.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
Yes, you assert those boundaries, cowboy. Okay. I don't want to wear a onesie. I don't eat cheese. I don't want to live in a cage. I think that about covers my boundaries. I think this is one where we just have to go straight down the line.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
No, I don't think so either. We would be like Ralph from the Christmas Story in our little pink rabbit onesie. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
No, that's okay. Please don't go through the trouble.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to listen and help.
Well, it wouldn't make me happy, miss.
It wouldn't make no.
Fine. But I don't like it.
Well, you're not gonna like everything about therapy. I don't eat cheese. I'm a vampire, like you, Miss Missy.
I don't eat cheese, you know that. We only drink blood anyway. Mortal food doesn't exactly agree with us.
I wonder what happens when they eat mortal food. I wonder if it's like What We Do in the Shadows, if you've ever watched that show, and they eat like a bite of mortal food and they just start spewing. It's really nasty.
But a mouse who doesn't eat cheese is hardly a mouse.
I'm not a mouse.
But I'm not a mouse.
Then why do you have twitchy whiskers?
Oh my gosh.
I just like the way they look.
It's my style. It's my cowboy look.
So do I. That's why I think you should eat some cheese.
Wait, what do you mean you have whiskers? What are you talking about?
Well, I ain't gonna take it or leave it.
You're very mean for a mouse.
I'm a mean mouse. I definitely don't want to live in a cage, madam. Please don't lock me in a cage.
This stuff about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner.
Should you be doing that with anyone? I mean, maybe if your blood partner is like into that stuff. I don't know. It sounds a little yandere to me.
Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
I think it's perfectly reasonable that your therapist doesn't want to be locked in a cage.
You don't want me to do things to your body?
No!
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
I think that about covers my boundaries.
I
Yep.
think that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Okay. Are you talking about your fans? I don't know. I wouldn't be that surprised. I wonder if she has a lot of parasocial relationships with her fans, perhaps. That is not healthy.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
What do we say, Sam? What are we gonna say about that?
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me.
All right, we're giving in a little bit. We're compromising.
But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that...
She's afraid of aging, she's overworked, she's concerned about climate change. Oh. I want to say she's overworked, perhaps?
You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work are you in?
She is a streamer, and it's a lot more work than you think.
I play video games.
It doesn't sound like work when you put it that way.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
Probably not like Star Invaders.
No, silly. More like Overcharged 2 and Pension Impact. More of an FPS and RPG girl.
Pension Impact? Instead of Genshin Impact?
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Video games are lots of fun.
Video
There's even
games.
one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people.
Oh, she talking about Red Dead Redemption? She talking about that game?
Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more people.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch. I have
Glitch?
millions and millions of followers there.
Wow. Millions and millions of followers. Yeah, she's huge.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
What? Where did he get that from? Where did he get that from? No, Sam. No, she did not say that she's letting her streamers watching her pee. You stop that.
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee, which I can't.
No.
Because I'm a vampire.
Only Zealots page. I'm dying here.
All right, you gotta walk me through this.
Oh my god. Okay. What? Oh, that's why he thought we were talking about peeing. He thought the streaming meant peeing. What's a streamin' mean if it ain't peeing? I can't even with this right now. I can't. I have to calm down. What's Only Zealots? What's all this FPS and RPG stuff? Actually, I think I know enough. Oh, he's gotta ask. We gotta set the record straight. He has to know that we're not talking about pee.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of.
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Yeah, but it's also about the chatting experience. Getting to be social.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though.
Oh. Let's ruin your innocence, Sam. What's Only Zealots?
What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for money.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
She might just do it for the fame or for fun.
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
What kind of stuff are you having them do?
This whole thing makes me feel old.
She's locking them into her basement. She's making them all wear onesies and dress like different little animals.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
Stop calling me a baby. It's as bad as the goths calling me old man.
I had some more questions.
Okay, what's all this FPS and RPG stuff?
What's all this RPG and FPS stuff?
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
Kinda dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
No.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
I wonder if the vampire VTubers say the same thing. If they play the first-person shooters with blood and they go, I'm getting hungry.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? It never looked realistic to me.
Corn syrup in a video game? What?
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games.
Okay. I think we know enough.
All right, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, they buy clothes and gifts for me. They dispose of all the bodies.
What?
And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die.
Oh
Poor
my.
little lambs.
Oh my gosh, she really is. She's killing her fans. She's killing her fan base. Oh. Would you? Like if you had a vampire VTuber that you were really into, like would you? Would you?
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you.
Yeah, I suppose they are.
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting. And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Okay, yup.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we're making Sam uncomfortable.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
It's just natural things, natural parts of the body.
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
Breasts, vulva.
Now she's just trying to make us uncomfortable. But I mean, Sam should get used to it because it's just body parts, right?
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
Now, no more of this mouse business.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
Yeah.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
Otherwise, they might stop following you, right?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
Okay. That would be... I do tend to mix up the Nosferatu and control fallacy. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing. I feel like it's one of those two. Is it the control fallacy or is it the black and white? I think it might be the black and white thinking.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
Suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things alone.
Yeah.
There's also playing games with my body.
Okay. Whatever you're into. That's cool.
Oh, yep, there's that.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow, ugh.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Now. That's not true. Is this also our black and white thinking? Yeah, if I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me. I know this is not true. You'll still have plenty of fans.
That's some pretty extreme thinking. Your followers can't all be that fickle. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power.
That is so true. You cannot make everyone happy. It is impossible. You're gonna kill yourself trying to do that.
And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
Because we're an American. We're so prudish, right? They're just so prudish. Okay.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the stuff you were saying.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
That sounds like labeling.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
You're not crazy just because you enjoy streaming and playing video games and...
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
No, you're not crazy.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen. Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
I agree.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
No, there is more to you than that. But what would we say this is? Let's see. They just want to look at my body parts anyway. I don't have much else to share. I'm sure you have plenty to share. Are we still doing Are we still doing the black and white thinking? No.
I think it is obvious that your client has many interesting traits beyond
Right.
the physical. Few speak the way she does.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it could be disqualifying the positive. Because she has other positive things about her.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
Yeah.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
Who cares? Just do what you like. That's what I say. Just do what you like.
That's a problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
Yeah.
Very kind, Manling. If
Manling.
you're one of my followers, I might even let you live.
I am a vampire. You're not gonna kill me, okay, lady? You're not.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
That is a should statement. It has a should in it.
You say you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with
What?
smiles on their precious little faces.
Oh, they're just so cute. So adorable. Oh, my.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
And plus you just, like, you can't make that many people happy.
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse. Someone might try to eat you.
Please don't eat me.
Heck, they already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags. Not a very good vampire, am I?
Now. You seem like a very effective vampire to me.
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
True. What
My
makes a good
bloodfather used to tell
what
me
makes a
that
good
we were
vampire?
supposed to be gods.
What? Your blood father would tell you that you're supposed to be gods. That is pressure. That is pressure.
Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
Yeah.
I didn't leave him.
Oh.
The druids sealed him away long ago.
What? What now? You have druids that can seal vampires away? Well, they said this was a long time ago. I wonder if they're still around?
He'll slaughter us all when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
Oh, you don't know that he'll escape, right? Okay. We're gonna say control fallacy.
I think we can handle a vampire. There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
Can you kill a vampire with a gun?
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
He's a wizard? He's a wizard? What? Do you mean like a literal wizard?
The last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit.
We have wizards in this world now. Okay.
I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right?
Wait a minute. Is he Voldemort? Are you talking about Voldemort? Is your blood father Voldemort? Or should I say, he who must not be named? Is that who we're talking about here?
These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
You're a vampire, you're probably the most dangerous thing outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried
Oh.
to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible.
Shall we say labeling?
I know you've been through some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Yeah, there's some good people out there. Yeah.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
That's more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
And you think that your sheep are not all dangerous? You think they're all perfectly safe?
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
Yeah.
We could talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them.
Ooh, this sounds like control fallacy.
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Yeah, can't stay inside forever.
Such as when the machines arrived.
What? What?
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Oh?
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
Lady, you just... Let's have a conversation about AI now, shall we? Oh, boy.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Labeling?
Hold on a sec, Mitty. I get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers.
What?
Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
I like Fuzzy McWhiskers.
They called me Slaughtering Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Let's see. I think that sounds like a control fallacy again. No.
Many believes there is only one course of action to take. We know this cannot be true, do we not?
Black and white thinking.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Oh,
Many
no.
believes there is only one course of action to take.
Oh.
We know
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Oh, there I go again. This is a very obvious should statement. I missed one of these should statements last time too. I mean, it has the word should in it. Sometimes I get a little lost. Should statement.
Why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd do the trick, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
I can't survive in society now. That sounds like black and white thinking. Oh, no.
We ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities, perhaps even from herself.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Let's see. I'm thinking it's either disqualifying the positive or control fallacy. Let's go with control fallacy. Oh,
We ancient vampires
disqualifying the
are
positive,
Living alone is
perhaps.
the life I know.
You know what?
There we go.
You're what, some 1,800 years old? You're older than any government on Earth. You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of. Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
I know, she's doing well for herself. I mean, when I see a lot of these vampire shows, they do not understand technology. And look at her with her streaming career and everything.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I barely even heard of. You damn fan.
You dab, fam? No, Sam. No, just stop. Don't say that. Don't say that again.
That was ages ago.
See what I'm saying?
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. The world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
That is true for everyone.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood?
Yeah, let's start small. Baby steps.
Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
Yeah, go touch grass.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them.
There you go. You got this. You got this.
Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
What? Let's not do that either. That I just got a really weird mental image from that. Oh boy. It's only awkward if we make it awkward. She really makes this awkward.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting.
Yeah, don't keep your fans waiting.
Farewell then, little mouse.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait.
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
Well, she did call us a mouse and wanted to lock us in a cage, but other than that, it's all good. We're fine.
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world. I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghost will travel your posterior.
No, we have to keep her alive at all costs, so this doesn't happen.
You've done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again. Rest in peace, my friend.
Rest in peace. Hello.
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs.
Their little TVs, watching Cocomelon, right? Watching, I don't know, what are you all watching these days? What are you kids watching these days?
I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
I hope she's not still mad at us.
Giddy up, little doggy.
Get up, little doggy. So she has called us Clint Eastwood and Yosemite Sam. Now we're little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
Ah, that's why she doesn't have any new names for us.
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
Let's hear it, Sam.
I got this new client. It makes me feel old.
It's kind of ironic, right? Because she's a lot older than us, but she's making us feel old and outdated because she is so with the times, right?
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Well,
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like.
I know she's living in the present, right? And Sam is still kind of like stuck in the old ways a little bit.
I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
Let's see, say you did help her. Say you're not sure. I think, should we say we're not sure if we helped her? I mean, we gave her some good advice to touch grass, right? We told her to get outside, get some fresh air. This time I'm going to say that I'm not sure.
I remember when the first steam locomotive showed up, and we thought, that's it. We've invented everything.
Really?
We are done at trains, folks.
Laugh all you like. Point is, I'm getting old faster than I ever have before.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet.
I don't understand it. Do you understand it?
I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, we learned that Crimson, she's like 50, right? I believe in the last playthrough we learned that she's 50, but she still looks 30 from the blood.
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer.
Oh.
Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face. I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
We ain't gonna boot, scoot, and boogie. Achy, breaky heart.
No, I ain't gonna dance.
Oh, I ain't gonna
You
dance.
owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here,
Yeah.
have
Oh.
a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
That looks so nice. It looks really cozy. Like, herbal blood tea. What a nice bedtime drink.
No garlic, right?
No, why would you put garlic in tea? No. I wonder what these little berries are.
No garlic.
No garlic in the tea.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I still wonder what
I think that's my last client for a while.
Okay.
My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
I was gonna say though, I still wonder what was up with the last lady we saw at the bar who had all the eyeballs and she talked in a really calm voice. I really wonder what her deal was. But it looks like we're not drinking any goth blood tonight. We're just going to bed after a nice cup of herbal tea. So relaxing, so cozy.
Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me.
Are we reading tonight?
But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
I want to watch cartoons. Okay. Oh, we can read a poem, watch a cartoon, or go to sleep. You guys, the last game I played before this one was Doki Doki Literature Club. Reading poetry has now kind of traumatized me. I loved that game though. Oh, what do we want to do? I kind of want to watch a cartoon. Let's
Used
watch
to
a
have
cartoon.
Crush on Betty Boop, and I ain't ashamed.
Oh, you like Betty Boop? We can watch Betty Boop. Betty Boop. Ha ha ha. Hello? Wait. Is this still going? Are we gonna actually see a cartoon? Oh my gosh! There she is. Boopy-doopy-doop-a-doop. That was cute. That was cute. Public domain cartoons. I wonder how long this actually is. Do, 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 do.
Good night, Betty.
Good night, Uncle Mac.
What? Why did a clown just come out of the ink? That's creepy. What's that? He just ate an energy bar. Yum, 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 yum. That clown's kind of giving me the creeps. What? Oh, you got a toothache. Okay. Is this seriously like an entire episode of a cartoon? Bing, bong, bing, bong. This is real life footage of what a cavity inside your tooth looks like.
My tooth.
Is she gonna paint him a dentist? Oh, she's gonna draw him a dentist. Let's go to the dentist. Take care of your teeth. Your teeth are important. Wait, is Betty Boop the dentist? No! Are you qualified for this? Are you qualified? Don't worry. Don't worry, these tools, they're magically animated. They're self-aware. Oh, no, let's not do that. We really gonna watch Betty Boop pull out this clown's tooth? They're like doing the tango while pulling out a tooth. This is standard dental procedure here. It's just standard procedure, don't worry. She still didn't get the tooth. She's gonna use laughing gas on him now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Now we're doing the crazy laugh. Oh, that's just creepy. Betty Boop's getting all loopy here too. Is that how this cartoon ends? The cartoon ends with them getting high off laughing gas. Oh, and the clock. Oh my god. What is happening here? What is happening here? This laughing gas is making like every object in the room come to life. Oh no, the whole neighborhood. It's getting the whole neighborhood high. That is terrifying. I'm starting to think that reading a poem would be less disturbing than this cartoon. What? I think of. Are those gravestones? That is creepy. Please tell me this is just some nightmare. What? What did I just watch? What did I just watch? I'm gonna have nightmares now. Let's go to bed. Can we? No, I don't. Please stop. Please make it stop. Just make it stop. I'm gonna have nightmares.
I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
Good night, son. So in the vampire world, do they have a book called Good Night, Son instead of Good Night, Moon?
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Should we check the journal? Although, what? I know how to turn pages. Let's see. We have a new journal entry. Let's go ahead. Let's read it. All right. May 10th, 2024. So I know the internet's been driving the mortals batty, but dang it if it isn't affecting us vampires too. I've got a new client that has half the world watching her play video games online. What's that all about? Next thing you know, they'll be making cinemas where you stand behind the screen and watch folks watching the movies. What? Are they, is this kind of like a reference to, oh my gosh, Mystery Science Theater 3000? I love that stuff. I love it. The world sure is a strange place. Andy said that I bumped. Hang on. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. Andy says that's it for new clients, and I'm grateful for that. I've been feeling a little cooped up here in the city. I'm taking a weekend trip to the mountains out in Hartz. Gonna take the Autobahn. I'm past fear and death anyway. Ain't nothing more to read. Oh, okay, so I guess we don't have any new clients right now, so we're probably going to see all of our old clients for follow-ups, I'm guessing. I wonder if we're gonna go have this fun weekend out though first. Let's see what happens.
Not bad. A little overwhelmed, but I guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
You need some self-care, Sam. You need some self-care. Have a fun weekend.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions in my head and sorting through all my clients' problems ain't easy.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you will find that you can never handle everything at once. There is a term the mortals use these days, multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
Yeah. Definitely when I feel myself getting overwhelmed, I have to just focus on one thing at a time. Just break it down into baby steps.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around in my noggin.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether we can clear your head.
Oh, I'm here for my own therapy session.
I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned for stilling the mind.
Ooh, are we gonna learn meditation? Mindfulness stuff, perhaps?
This some kind of ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time? Something mortals could never imagine?
I bet it's meditation.
No, it's just meditation.
Yeah, see, meditation.
Oh.
Oh.
That does not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process. Think of a place that brings you comfort. Where is it?
Where do you think his comfort place is? I think riding a horse out in the open prairie.
I'd have to say the woods. I always liked being in nature.
True, he did walk for 90 years in the woods, and that was like his self-care.
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you. When you try to focus on your thoughts,
What?
you will find them difficult to catch.
What is this? What is this? I miss my princess? Andy sure is a tall glass of water? I kind of miss farting? Focus, Sam, focus. So are we supposed to focus on our breathing?
What you must do is simply breathe. Fill your lungs and your thoughts will slow down.
Okay.
Simply concentrate on your thoughts for a moment and they will clear.
Wonder what's on Batflix? Batflix. It's Netflix, but for vampires. We can't get the thought Andy sure is a tall glass of water out of our minds.
When they become elusive once more, simply let your breath go. I shall let you begin.
I sense a mini game, folks.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing.
Breathe in.
And it sure is a tall glass of water. I miss my princess.
Let go.
I kinda miss farting.
Oh, breathe in.
Focus, Sam, focus.
Let go. Breathe in. Let go. Okay, this isn't too difficult at all.
6.5 hours later.
Can we click on a thought to acknowledge it?
Pretty main.
Oh, I thought we just had to breathe in and out. We have to acknowledge our thoughts as well. I see. I was wondering why this was taking so long. Here, can we acknowledge that
Wonder
one?
what's on Batflix.
This is true. This is true. That with meditation, it's not so much about pushing your thoughts away. You can acknowledge your thoughts and then let them go after the thought is acknowledged. Can we acknowledge this?
Should I hook up with Reinhardt?
Can we?
I'm so bad at meditating.
Here we go.
I like blood from San Antonio, not New York City.
What? Oh my god.
Relax, ain't no vampire hunters here.
This stuff was made in New York City. New York City. God, that's from a really old
Who's my favorite?
salsa
Is it you?
commercial. Okay. Are we trying to acknowledge all of our thoughts? Okay. I think we've only got one left. I think we've almost got this now. I miss my princess. I believe Princess was his horse.
How are you feeling now?
There we go. There we go. I'm sorry that took so long. It took me a second to figure out what this game was wanting me to do. I was so focused on breathing in and out, I didn't even see in the other corner that it said to acknowledge my thoughts. But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, all right. Fine, really. All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Do I have to tell you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions. My horse came up a lot.
Are we gonna tell him we think he's a tall glass of water?
Your horse?
Yeah, Princess. She was my horse back when I was alive. I still think about her every day. I can't really stop.
Aw, Princess.
I understand. I have bonded with many horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of Princess was particularly fraught.
Yeah,
Would you like to start there?
Yeah, let's start there.
not sure I'd like it. But seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. It's got a lot to do with my old gang.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm sensing a very sad story here.
I mentioned them before. Well, the Mystic Bastards was their name. They were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
That sounds like some Nosferatu thinking, my friend.
Oh, I can see that now. But it turned out I still did have something to lose. And they took that from me to prove my loyalty.
Oh no, no.
They took my princess.
No.
Killed her in cold blood. And made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
That's horrible. That is so messed up. Oh my, oh
Samuel.
no.
I'm so sorry.
I hate that. I hate that.
I just stood there, watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her.
Oh.
They knew what it would take to break me. And it's my fault for letting them do it.
But Samuel, these Mystic Bastards, it sounds as though these loyalty tests were a cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process. These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage. This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization.
Oh.
You are attributing the Mystic Bastard's actions entirely to your own supposed failings.
We have a new cognitive distortion. Personalization.
While it is natural to grieve for your horse, holding yourself solely responsible is neither fair nor accurate.
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
An astute observation, Samuel. Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy. While control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have more control over external events than is actually the case, personalization is a more specific tendency to believe that external events are reactions to you.
I'm gonna have to see some more examples.
But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture for now. You are correct that keeping all distortions in mind at once is unrealistic. I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
I would too. That is awful.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
It's their fault. They're the ones that did it.
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me put it into perspective for you. I will make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization distortion.
Okay.
I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm.
That's reasonable.
I beat Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault.
Maybe that's the one.
That's the personalization.
No.
There's a million reasons why you might miss a vein. Sometimes finding the right one can be tricky.
Okay, that wasn't it.
But I admitted that I was distracted. In this case, I am clearly the cause of my accident, and it is no distortion to say so.
Okay, okay.
I guess that makes sense.
Let me continue. Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
Oh, maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one.
Well, that's the personalization. Batflix has no earthly clue who you are. They just raised their subscription prices anyway.
Batflix. Do they only have shows about bats?
Just as your gang planned to isolate members from their former lives. Do you see the connection?
I guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
Calling yourself stupid
Labeling.
is what distortion?
Labeling.
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news too.
You should have known. That's another distortion of
Should.
reality, Samuel.
Should statement.
All right, fine. Should statement, whatever. So what the hell am I supposed to do, Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing? I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed. She trusted me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility.
Right. I mean, we do have to take responsibility, but we can't shoulder the entire blame.
But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story?
Right. Would we say it's all their fault? Would we say that to them?
Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid? You said yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose. I do not think this is a circumstance most people choose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget what you should have done to make room for a different distortion. You are drawing a direct link from your emotion to the death of your horse. This is a distortion called emotional reasoning.
Oh, are we getting all new ones to learn here? Are we getting a whole new thing of cognitive distortions? I mean, it makes sense if we're going to be seeing the same patients again to have some different concepts to work on.
I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen. And some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless, but let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her, Andy.
Oh.
She had these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
I can't. That's so sad. That's so sad.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal.
Yeah.
When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly. I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts. Please listen, and call me out when I am using emotional reasoning.
Let's go. Let's try this.
I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smelled from the Indian restaurant next door.
I think that's
The
fine.
mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
That sounds like it could be it.
My friend,
Oh,
we
no?
are only focusing on emotional reasoning for now.
Oh.
Please concentrate.
I clicked the wrong button.
The mood in my club is somber tonight.
Emotional
I am sure it is a
reasoning,
reflection of
not
my own dark mood.
personalization.
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Exactly. Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological. We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die. The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology, but we have the logic to recognize it.
That's pretty interesting thinking about vampire biology. Like, how different would it be from human biology?
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
Aw.
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang, let alone the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe. I wasn't a vampire yet, so hanging didn't sound too appealing.
So you were all alone in the world?
The last job I did got my brother killed. And after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again. Can't say I blame her. I didn't have nobody. Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing bodies sort of affair you see in mortal vampire stories.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy. How did they find you?
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them mystic bastards for it. He knew where to find me.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
Right, they took advantage.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun. People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all. That your only recourse was to join your gang?
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive distortion, huh?
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
Okay.
Spoken like a true pedant.
What?
It comes with being terrifyingly old.
Being
You
terrifying,
discovered the
terrifyingly
cognitive distortion
old.
Before I could point it out to you.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright, you just, yeah.
It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking. So let us put that particular distortion out of our minds for now.
Okay.
Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye.
Right, we could have, we might have found somebody else. Maybe, we don't know that.
You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization.
Oh.
The idea that no mortal could accept you.
Okay, overgeneralization.
This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the mystic bastard's approach.
Damn. Maybe you ain't wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something. Dang it, should statement.
Should statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting gallery, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment.
Right, we could pick apart pretty much every statement we make all the time. It would get really exhausting after a while.
Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight. Allow me to begin.
Okay, we're gonna click the right button this time.
Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
That sounds like it's it.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
That's right, Samuel. Though in all honesty, I used to be quite insufferable myself.
Did you now? Did you?
I aspire to be more patient these days. Let me continue.
Although I do remember that you ravaged a continent for your cat, right?
It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
That's just a dad joke. You're just telling dad jokes again. I wonder if there are werewolves in this game. I want to bite a werewolf.
Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
Well, that sounds like an overgeneralization.
That seems like an overgeneralization, Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded
I
like that.
want to suck your blood.
Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Watching bat flicks. They have all the Batman movies on there. Okay.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent. It was employed only to prove a point.
So offensive.
Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive distortions continues to impress. But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic bastards.
Yeah.
I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
Yeah, I'm still sad. I'm still regretful about Princess. I think I'll always be.
Yeah.
My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up. But I think the awareness helps.
Maybe Princess is with us in spirit. Maybe that's how we got our blood demon art. I keep calling it that, like it's Demon Slayer. But we have like a horse sense, like a horsepower. Maybe that is the spirit of Princess guiding us along. That's a nice thought, right?
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, or personalization?
I don't remember what we just said. What did we just say? I lost my train of thought. Let's say it's all of them, because I forgot what he said.
I guess it was kind of all of them.
Masterful deduction, Samuel.
Yay!
Your sense of self-awareness is most impressive.
I just guessed.
Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
Oh, yeah, you can't pick apart every single statement. That's gonna get annoying real fast.
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session.
Right, just focus on the big ones.
Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all. I think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense. Ask Crimson for some scotch.
We can drink scotch. Well, I remember when we were dealing with the British guy, Dr. Drain. He said that he could still process tea. Can we process scotch? Can we have like a blood scotch?
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
It's special scotch.
By scotch, I mean Scottish blood.
Oh!
Rich and quite delicious. I aged it in whiskey barrels.
He ages it in whiskey barrels. Okay, we're gonna go have a scotch. Scotch on the rocks.
I might just do that and call it an early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly as you say. You are deserving of love, especially from yourself.
Okay, I won't, sir.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more embarrassed.
And drama host is learning our cowboy lingo.
Very well, Samuel.
Rest in peace, my friend. Are we gonna go have a scotch? Scottish goth on the rocks, please.
Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes?
All right. This is where we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna call it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I think we have done a lot of good work here today. And next time we're gonna put our new skills to the test. We have learned some new cognitive distortions. So let's see how I do. Let's see how I do with Dr. Drain next time. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to stay hydrated, take your meds if you need them, and practice self-care whenever you can. All right, good night, everybody. Bye.